This is a Rogue Media Network production.
Hello, everybody. I'm excited about today's conversation because it's going to take us back to a moment in history that forever changed our nation, really, to a man who didn't just read about it, but he lived it. I'm talking today with my guest, retired regional commander of the Texas Department of Public Safety, Major Bill Maley, who was serving in Dallas on November 22nd, 1963, the day President John F. Kennedy was assassinated. But his story doesn't end there. In the hours that followed, he was very involved in a very important chapter of American history. And so I'm delighted to have you here,
Well,
Bill.
I appreciate it.
Well, so you were in Dallas, Department of Public Safety, but you were assigned there. You weren't living in Dallas at
I
the
was
time.
living in Denton.
In Denton, okay. And how long had you been with the DPS prior to that?
A few months short of 40 years.
Okay, but at what age were you, if I can ask you?
At this time, in 63, I was 29.
Okay, so you were young.
I was still a rookie.
You considered a rookie. Okay, so you got word you had an assignment in Dallas.
Yes.
And you were going to. It was excited about it, right?
Oh boy, I'd never seen a president before, and I was up for it. I really was. My partner and I were going to be at the door when he walked through the door to the trademark, and that excited me.
So you already knew, your station, where you were going to be positioned, and
Ma'am?
you knew exactly where you were going to be positioned and
Yeah.
all that. So the motorcade is going through. Just kind of walk us through that day. What happened?
Okay, we're standing there waiting. He's going to have a breakfast and make a speech at the trademark. And a Secret Service agent ran up to me and grabbed me by the arm and said, "Come go with me, we have a problem." And like kind of the military chain of command, I said, "I don't work for you, partner. I work for that highway patrol sergeant over there." And he went over to Sergeant Pringle and told him. Sergeant Pringle said, "Go with him, and I'll come get you when you're through."
Yeah.
And we got in the Secret Service car and took off. We were going to Parkland, which is not very far from the trademark.
Right.
And we got there about the time the president's car got there.
Yeah. Well, and he had already been mortally wounded at that
Yes,
point.
he was. That's best.
Right. So you're there at the hospital. When did you first interact with Jackie Kennedy?
People were gathered around. The Secret Service agents were trying to keep them back. One of the orderlies was getting him out of the car, and he said, "Help me here," and I just grabbed a leg and put him over. And I was kind of surprised. I didn't know that the president was that large. He's a pretty big man, but I had never seen that much blood in my life. And
Really?
Ms. Kennedy was a rock. I can't imagine her in a situation like that.
Yeah,
but
he's
Miss
gesturing to
Kennedy
his beautiful wife Betty, who's sitting here.
She was
Yeah.
just something else. Now she lost it, I think, in the emergency room. I walked by the emergency room and I could see in, and they were working on him. And one of our troops that was in the emergency room, this is from him now, he said she lost it and she went into the restroom there and stayed about 15 minutes and then came back out.
She had to have known at that time
Because
he was
she was there holding his hand while they were working on him.
really.
But I'm not a doctor, but I think he was dead when he got there. And the things I observed, I do that as a highway patrolman. I would be around things like that
Well, accidents and
pretty
things.
regular,
Right.
but not the president. That ups the ante a whole lot. And I just thought, I'm just working. And about 2 months later, I realized I'm not just working. I'm watching them print the history books.
Right.
That's what I'm doing now.
Right.
And the things I saw interested me. I can say what I saw and what I heard. And somebody can say, well, that's not what I saw. Well, you weren't where I was. You were over here. And you can see things from a different angle that I do. And we can have a disagreement. But the president's car, the back seat is about say 8 to 10 inches higher than that jump seat in the front where the governor and his wife were sitting. So that puts them at this angle, the perfect angle for that bullet that went in here, out here, and in there. And he had a end hole sort of right here and a lot of blood here, so that was an out hole. And then he had one, I don't know what his first or second, but it was up here and him out here. That was,
So two shots, from what you could tell, two shots.
I think that's when he did like that in that Zapruder film.
Right.
That's probably when he did like that. Mm-hmm. But to see people say, well, it can't go from him into the governor. Well, the governor's not here. The governor's down here.
Yeah.
The seats are like that. That's right. So you can see the president.
So that made sense to you.
Yeah. He had an opportunity to put a bulletproof dome over it, but he said, no, I'd rather see the people.
Yeah, he wanted to be out with the people. What kind of a day was it? And from the video, it looks like it was a beautiful.
What time
clear,
of day?
What kind of day?
It was just bright and sunshiny.
Yeah.
Beautiful day. There's a huge, humongous crowd.
Yeah.
But another thing I had noticed that people said, well, he's shooting at a moving target. Well, he's not. The target's not moving this way. It's moving straight away from him. So his target is only doing this. It's not doing that. And because when you come around the street and make the turn, the building is right here, and that turn goes just this way. So he's up in that building. Yeah. And people have asked, how did if the police locked the building down, how did he get out? He got out because he's an employee. He got employee ID. He works there. So that's no problem.
For the book depository, yeah.
And another thing, you can't shoot 3 shots with a bolt-action rifle in 10 seconds. Well, you can. You never saw a deer hunter. And to shoot a bolt-action rifle 3 times, you only got to work the bolt twice because there's already one in there. So if you count in your mind 10 seconds, you go bang, bang, bang. That's only 5 or 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And you didn't hurry.
Yeah, there were so many conspiracy theories
out
there.
One of them was that LBJ had it done so he could be president. But I was very fortunate to meet all the Secret Service agents were good and professional, but they were not in a good mood there because their job was to keep him safe.
And they had failed royally. Yeah.
But I ended up maybe 30 minutes later, after he'd gotten to the hospital, they went to Love Field. I had a car there, so they said, "Come on, go with me." And we'd had a motorcade to Love Field. And I was standing at the ramp at the end of Air Force One where you get off and on. And one of the Secret Service agents, that I wish I knew who he was, I appreciate him so much. He knows that's history. And I'm still in the idea that, I'm just highway patrolman working.
Yeah.
And
You were probably a little in shock still.
Yeah,
through the
and
whole
he
thing.
looked down at me and he said, "Come here." And I went up the ramp onto Air Force One and was about that far inside the door. And I could see the back of LBJ, Ms. Kennedy, Ms. Johnson, and Judge Sarah T. Hughes that was swearing them in.
Yeah.
And the fact that he had it done, if you could hear what was said, that blew that theory, because President Johnson called his wife Bird.
Yeah.
And
Lady Bird was her nickname.
Ms. Hughes, Judge Hughes said, the President Johnson said, "So help me God." And she said, "Congratulations, Mr. President." And he looked around at his wife and he said, "Bird, we sure don't want this job." So there goes that theory out the window.
Yeah.
But every gigantic event like that has a theory.
Oh, sure.
And my theory was that he shot him. And he's not a spy for anybody, or, that's just my idea. I didn't see him shoot.
Yeah, you were not there when that happened. You were stationed.
No,
you were already stationed
at
the
Trademark.
At the Trademark.
And we were getting in a Secret Service car going to Parkland. And that's when he grabbed me. He said, "Are you a local officer?" And I said, "No, state police." "Well, do you know the lay of the land?" I said, "Yeah, I come here all the time for accidents. I live at Denton, about 35 miles up the road." He said, "Come go with me." And here's what was exciting. You're in a Secret Service car, and he's in a hurry to get to Parkland. We're on the Simmons Expressway.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody on Simmons is going that way, and we're going that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that was exciting. It wasn't but about 2 miles, but you still got a lot of folks. You're looking at a lot of grills coming this way, and you're going that way. But he's in a hurry, and he's got to go. And they have red lights all over them. And I think it was maybe a Chrysler or something. I don't remember the brand name, but anyway, it gave me a line of thought when people would talk to me about it, about the president is up here and the governor is down here,
Mm-hmm.
and the building is up there, which is a perfect angle for what happened.
Yeah, for how it happened. In those early moments, did you have an opportunity to speak directly to Jackie Kennedy? Did you speak directly to Jackie Kennedy? Were you able to offer condolences to Mrs. Kennedy?
To the Kennedys?
Mm-hmm.
No.
So you didn't talk to her personally. You were just
No.
witnessing
No.
what was happening.
No. I just I could hear them, and I could see them right there when I'm on Air Force One, and I hear what they said. And I had met Judge Hughes before that swore him in.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of off of it, but it's one of my stories. I'm in Dallas to arraign a federal prisoner. It was a drunk driving case, but the reason it was for a federal case, the drunk driver was a naval intelligence agent driving a government car, which the district attorney said made it a federal case. And we couldn't find a judge to arraign the driver. And finally, district attorney said, I'll get Judge Hughes. federal judge to arraign a drunk driver. And she said, "Oh, I'd be glad to." And she's just nice as she could be.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm the only one in there in uniform. There were FBI agents, Texas Rangers, other officers arraigning their prisoners. I'm the only one in uniform. And she spoke to me. I think it was a Dallas, plainclothes officer was arraigning his prisoner who was a woman. And the woman was very claustrophobic. I mean, not a little bit. And Judge Hughes, since I had the uniform, the lady called Judge Hughes something I don't think she wanted to be called. And you don't talk like that to a federal judge. And she said, "Officer, arrest that woman." Yes, ma'am. Handcuffs go on behind.
Yeah.
She's claustrophobic. She lost
She
it.
probably went
she went ballistic.
ballistic, yeah.
And she talking way that you really shouldn't talk. And there's a jail right behind the judge's bench. It's for prisoners safe while they're waiting.
Yeah, holding.
Just probably 2 or 3 person jail.
Yeah.
And I took her back there to the marshal, and he said, "What's charged?" And I said, she didn't say, "I'm adding it to contempt of court." And he said, "Okay, I'll handle it." And he took her on. But she was about to pull her arms off. She didn't want out after a while. She wants out right now.
Yeah. I bet you have seen a lot. And so we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back to talk to Bill Maley about some of his exploits with the Department of Public Safety, the Highway Patrol, a wonderful public servant who witnessed history at the time in November of 1963 when President Kennedy was killed. So stay with us. There is more of the show ahead. We'll tell you that today's show is brought to you by Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Waco, your friend in the car business. There's more of the show ahead.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
What is
Well, the way I am, I'm so lonesome I could cry. Tear in my beer, 'cause you're always on my mind. Well, hello, darling. Take a 6-pack to go. Why don't you call me by my name? I'm just an old chunk of coal, walking the floor over you. Honey, I walked the line. I took the grand tour of apartment number 9. Beyond those swinging doors, there stands the glass. Zach, if that ain't country, I'm a 5-pound bass. I like them old school, good old country songs. Yeah, I like them good ones we all grew up on. I can't help it if these new kids, they don't turn me on. I like them old school, good old country songs. I'm a truck driving man, 6 days on the road, down an LA freeway. Is anybody going to San Antonio? Hey, by the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be gentle on my mind. I'm not a rhinestone cowboy, I'm the running kind. Welcome to my world. To make the world go away, close up the honky tonks. He stopped loving her today. I'm drinking Tennessee whiskey. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug. I love to hear Farland Husky sing on the wings of a dove. I like them old school, good old country songs. Yeah, I like them good ones we all grew up on. I can't help it if these new kids, they don't turn me on. I like them old school, good old country songs. Give me them old school, good old country songs.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
And we're back with retired regional commander of the Department of Public Safety, Major Bill Maley, who I met at First Baptist Hewitt when I was doing a little program for the senior adult folks there. And a mutual friend of ours, Gary Penny, said, you need to meet Bill Maley and hear his story. So when I heard that you were there when President Kennedy was shot in an official capacity with the DPS.
I was assigned there. There were probably uniformed DPS highway patrolmen were probably, I'd say 100 were there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. It was a massive turnout because it was the president.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were at Love Field after the motorcade got there, and I couldn't figure out what they were doing, but what it turned out to be, they were going to load the casket onto the Air Force One, wouldn't go through the door.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So it has handles on it, and I think they broke some of the handles off. That's
really?
But they finally got it in there. And I saw a movie one time where they had put it in the passenger section. My guess was, I don't know where the doors go on Air Force One, but I think it was the cargo section that I saw them trying to get it in.
Yeah.
And it may be that it wouldn't go there, and they found a door that went in.
Mm-hmm.
But so the movie showed that it was in the passenger section. But another interesting thing that happened at the hospital, there was almost a civil war.
Really?
The coroner, Dr. Rose, Secret Service fixing to load him up in the ambulance, take him to Love Field. He said, you cannot take him. The coroner office requires that a murder victim be autopsied by the coroner. You cannot take him. Well, the Secret Service said, yeah, we can. And in walked a man who was, I thought he was kind of gripey, but he's not. He's in charge of something. His name was Forrest. Can't remember his last name. Anyway, he's the FBI agent, supervising agent in charge of the Dallas office, which is equal in rank to a police chief of a large town.
Sure.
Forrest Sorrells was his name.
Forrest Sorrells. Okay.
And he kind of stepped up there. And one of my friends that was in there, highway patrolman, he said egos were bouncing off the wall. But I wasn't there, but I like to believe it was a bunch of good men in a powerful office trying very hard to do what their office said they should do.
Right, do the right thing.
That's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the kicker to that is you've got a Dallas ordinance going in effect. You have a city ordinance in effect. You have a county law in effect, a state law, and a federal law. And somebody was saying, we're going to get the governor to call out the National Guard. Well, the governor is incapacitated.
Yeah, he was wounded.
Yes, he was hurt. I thought he was going to die. His chest was rattling, and
really,
they were working on him something fierce. And I'll tell you another thing about his wife. But anyway, they were going to call out the National Guard, and the Secret Service finally just bulled their way with the casket into the ambulance.
Said,
and
we're
gone.
doing this, yeah.
They did what they should have done, but let's have a little respect for the office of the President of the United States.
Right.
Having an argument among yourselves about that.
Wow, that's interesting.
But I still think it was good men trying to do their job.
Sure.
That they were required to do.
Mm-hmm.
But several of us were commandeered to block off part of the 4th floor where the governor was. And Miss Connolly she is an angel. She made sure that we had a couple of rooms there where we could go lay down and rest a while.
Really?
Take a shower in there. The sergeant had gone to, there were 2 from Denton, but there were several hundred highway patrolmen, but only probably 10 were in the hospital with the governor. But he went back to Denton and got me a couple of uniforms from her and shaving kit and things like that.
Right.
Brought them back. But Miss Conley had rooms that were ours. You're standing up all day. Go in there and lay down a couple of hours. She had them bring meals up there. She took care of us as good as she took care of her husband.
Wow.
But her husband fired me and my partner twice, the governor. He fired us.
Because?
He smoked all the time. The room is full of oxygen. His lungs are shot.
Right.
So it's full of oxygen. I don't think you want to smoke in there. But we wouldn't go down and get him some cigarettes, and he fired us 2 times while we were there. But Miss Conley was just unbelievable. Boy, she was fantastic.
Yeah, you told me when you left for this assignment from Denton to go to Dallas, President was coming, and if everything had gone just fine, you said you were going to be home, late that night?
Yeah.
You said it was 5 days later before you got home?
Well, that's why I usually say my job as a highway patrolman is not a job.
Right.
It's an adventure.
Yeah.
You never know what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, where you're going, when you'll be back. She knows when you'll be back. But what I didn't know, when I pulled up at the house, I would check out on the radio. She could hear me on my TV.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know that.
Okay, good.
I pulled up there and the light came on in the back bedroom. And I went in and I said, I guess you saw my lights when I came in. She said, no, I didn't hear what you say. I said, well, what did I say? She said, you said 11:52 is 10-7 at home on accident call till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And she quoted exactly. So
I guess
my voice was coming through there.
Really? So she knows all the lingo, you know.
She waited up for me. I know she did.
Yeah.
She said she didn't, but I know she did.
Well, it was such a stunning thing to have happen, to have a president killed that way in broad daylight in front of everybody in a such a dramatic thing.
It was organized chaos.
Yeah, and so there were a lot of what will happen next, what's next, that kind of thing. As you look back on that day, what stands out the most to you?
Probably the amount of blood that I saw in that car.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, but I think the liver is full of blood in your body. And it went through here, and maybe it hit that, I don't know. But some of it was from the governor, some of it was from him. It was all over Miss Kennedy's clothes. She had his head in her lap. And if the Secret Service is very, very professional. They are fantastic people. Here will be a president. I was state police security when I was major in Houston at the G8 summit. And there's Gorbachev and Takashi Kaifu, head man of Japan. I think they call him the prime minister now, Ms. Margaret Thatcher. And you don't get to see those people in ordinary life.
All those world leaders.
The Secret Service never looks at them.
Yeah.
They're looking at you, and
Yeah,
they're
they're looking
looking
out.
at your hands,
Mm-hmm.
and they're walking along like this.
Yeah.
And here's somebody that nobody in the world in ordinary life would ever get to see. But they don't look at them.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking at you and your hands as you walk along.
Yeah.
And they're just professional. I don't know how they select them like that, but they're super people.
Yeah.
And they were not in a good mood on that day. But the thing that stuck with me was the fact that there was that much blood in a human body. It was all over
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah. So I'm sure you that kind of visual stays with you. What do you think that the later generations need to have learned from that episode?
They changed a lot of their procedure.
Right.
One is, I think they go in a car now they're not in a convertible.
Oh,
in
yeah.
a car.
Right.
And a door from the Secret Service car weighs about 2,000 pounds.
Right.
And it has a bomb plate underneath it. The tires are solid, not rubber. I've been in one, and it's really kind of exciting. In fact, I went in one when Carter was coming to Waco, and 2 days before, they flew in 3 presidential limousines, and they called me. I was lieutenant then. That means you're the, hey boy, you do. Hey boy, come here.
Gopher.
And I got to get up in the middle of the night and go meet the airplanes.
Yeah.
And the Secret Service man on the airplane said, I need to put the car inside where there's police presence. I said, okay. How about if I know the police chief here on TSTI, where they landed it.
Right.
In
That was the
Waco.
biggest airport.
How about if I get him to move the fire trucks outside and you put the cars inside, because there's a police dispatcher right there.
Yeah.
And he said, boy, that'd be fine. And I said, but you're going to have to do something for me. He said, what do you want? You want to ride in the car? I said, no, I'll go with you to show you where it is, but I want my kids to ride in the car. I had my daughter and my son. They were 8 and 6, something like that.
Yeah.
And the president, always in the limousine, rides in the right rear. So if something comes unraveled, they know where to get him. They know where he is.
Right.
He's always in the right rear. So Bill, my son, was sitting in the right rear. He's uptown. He's sitting there looking around, waving at the crowd, and there's nobody there. And
That's funny.
the Secret Service agent said, what's this? And there's a telephone beside the president. He reached down there and did something, and the telephone rang. Bill looked up and wanted to know what to do. And he said, answer the phone, son. And Billy said, hello. And the voice at the other end said, yes, sir, Mr. President. And it was the communications center. And he was doing a communication check on the telephone.
Just checking the phone.
But
That's
Billy got to answer the president's phone, and he was really excited about that.
That's a memory. That's a great memory. Well, your work has certainly provided some amazing experiences for you, I know, and I have such admiration for first responders, for our law enforcement officers who every day they put on that uniform and kiss the spouse goodbye, and never know if they're coming home that night or not. I mean, that's just the reality of that kind of work. And so I appreciate so much your service
Well, thank you.
to
but
the state of Texas.
I enjoyed it so much, and you must have this mentality. When I get ready to go to work, the thought never crossed my mind you're going to get hurt.
Right.
Because if you're worried about
If you're thinking about that all the
you're
time,
going to get hurt.
Right. No, I get that. I get that.
Have you got time for one short one?
Sure.
A fella had committed murder, and he's in the Denton jail. And my partner and I, who later became the Texas Ranger captain here, he was a brand new highway patrolman. I'm breaking him in. The man that committed the murder was in the jail, broke out, and he's out in the country somewhere. We're looking for him.
On the loose.
And we're out around a small town called Pilot Point.
Oh, yeah. I know a Pilot Point.
And we see an abandoned farmhouse out in the field. I said, let's check that house. We go in. He said, I'll go back and you go front. And I went in the front. And I hear commotion in the back. And I hear him holler, I got him, I got him. I ran back there, and there's a bathroom door, and it's an old abandoned house, been abandoned forever. And there's an old, ragged chenille bed bathrobe hanging on a nail behind the door. When he jerked the door open, the arms of that thing just kind of went around him. And he was on the floor, and the bathrobe was on the top. And he was so embarrassed. And I said, don't worry, if I hadn't killed that bathrobe.
That's right.
But those are, you have items where you're scared, you can't hardly breathe.
Yeah.
But you do your job anyway.
That's what you're trained to do.
Man, we know that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, your training kicks in. Say, I can identify you with the coughing, so no worries there. But Bill, thank you again so much for spending some time with us today to tell your remarkable story. And as we look at those pictures from that time, realize that you were there, you were a part.
Yeah.
You were a part of the history.
I see some places there. I was there. And,
yeah. Yep.
I think I've got several more stories that she's heard 100 times, and she likes them, one or two of them. But I think she enjoys, and I know my grandkids do, when you see, like they replay the president's assassination every September.
Yeah.
But, and I tell my grandkids I was there.
Right.
I rode with him, and I did. They just eat that up. And it was an adventure for the 40 years. It was.
Well, we appreciate your service. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay with us. There is more of the show ahead.
The reason that their service is outstanding because the people they have working, behind the desk and the folks working out in the garage, taking care of business. And they give you a date, they give you a time, and they're spot on. And they're professional, they take care of it, and they answer all your questions, and they're fun to work with.
Like Alan Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Alan Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at Keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
For over 2 decades, I've come to Allen Samuels shop, especially for trucks, because I've been very satisfied with the performance of those trucks. I think the strengths of Allen Samuels is obviously in their customer service and obviously taking care of your vehicle after the sale.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
For walking out on us, or am I losing touch? Too many games, now all our chips are lost. Luck was not enough. I opened my walking out on us, or am I losing touch? Too many games, now all our chips are lost. Luck was not enough. I opened my
For anyone that's in the car buying mode or looking for a car right now or a truck, I would definitely come by Allen Samuels, get to know the people here like I have, how well I'm taking care of the dealership and how well, service and any kind of warranty issues or those sort of things. Because of the way they take care of me, it's made me a Ram driver. And so I don't think they'd want to go anywhere else if they came here.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Earning an online certification is a quick and convenient way to gain industry-recognized credentials. Select your ACLS course. Print your ACLS certificate. You can print your certification wallet card. aclsnow.com.
Our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Engels90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Start your healing journey today at globalhealing.com and organichemp.com.
Designed to elevate the off-road experience, enabling adventurers to conquer any terrain. For 50 years, you've trusted us on your toughest recoveries, to your most breathtaking destinations, and in countless unforgettable memories.
Finance is evolving. Automation, data analytics, and AI are reshaping what finance teams do every single day. The best way to predict the future of finance is to be ready for it. If you want a head start, check out 365 Financial Analyst.
At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
If I had somebody that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Allen Samuels. The trust that I have, the care that they take, they genuinely want to take care of you. They really ask for your feedback when you go to the support department to make sure they're taking care of you in every way possible. So I really appreciate that they listen to your feedback.
Like Allen Samuels always said, Waco has a lot to offer, and so do we at Allen Samuels Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Come by, let's be friends.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress, that helps you calm down and feel better. You sleep better, and you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
I had a panic moment running my hands through my hair, and that's when I found Keeps. Keeps gave me the results that I was really looking for.
I definitely felt a lot more confident once I saw my hair coming back.
Keeps has given me the control of my hair back.
Get your first month free at keeps.com.
It's not just a glove, it's a 44 Pro. Crafted with dedication, made for performance, and built to last. Get your custom glove today at 44pro.com and experience the 44 Pro difference. That's 44pro.com, 44 Pro.
This is a Rogue Media Network production.